Hello friends, I am Ms. Divyarekha Maharana, Assistant Professor in the Department of ECE, St. Peter's Engineering College. Today I am going to discuss about ARM processor. So the topics are going to be covered are ARM processor fundamentals, the architecture of ARM processors, the registers used, current program status register, pipeline concept used, exceptions and interrupt vector table. ARM instruction set, that is, includes data processing instructions, branch instructions, load store instructions, software interrupt instructions, program status register instructions, loading constants, conditional execution, and a brief introduction to thumb instructions. First, come to ARM processor fundamentals. Why there is the need of ARM? One of the most licensed and the widespread processor ports in the world, that is ARM. It is used in PDA, cell phones, multimedia players, handheld game console, digital TV and cameras. The most popular are ARM7, ARM9 and ARM11. ARM7 is used in GBA and iPod. ARM9 is used in NDS, PSP, Sony Ericsson, BenQ. ARM11 is used in Apple iPhone, Nokia 9, N93, N800. 90% of 32-bit embedded RISC processors till 2009 are ARM processors. These are used especially in portable devices due to its low power consumption and reasonable performance. The popular ARM architectures are ARM7 TDMI, ARM9 TDMI and ARM11. ARM7 TDMI uses 3 pipeline stages including fetch, decode and execute. It has high code density and low power consumption. It is one of the most used ARM version for low-ended systems. All ARM ports after ARM7 TDMI include TDMI even if they do not include TDMI in their levels. In the upcoming slides, I will show you what TDMI stands for. ARM9 TDMI is compatible with ARM7. It has 5 stages of pipelining including fetch, decode, execute, memory and write. It has separate instruction and data cache. Here you can see the ARM family comparison based on pipeline depth, the typical frequency used in megahertz, the power used in milliwatt per megahertz, the million instruction per second per megahertz, the architecture used and the multiplier used. For ARM7, ARM9, ARM10 and ARM11 processors. ARM7 processor uses 3-stage pipelining, ARM9 uses 5-stage pipelining, ARM10 uses 6-stage pipelining and ARM11 uses 8 stages of pipelining. Here we can see the ARM7 uses von Neumann architecture, whereas ARM9, 10 and 11 uses Harvard model architecture. The data sizes and instruction sets used in ARM processor when used in relation to the ARM, half word means 16 bits or 2 bytes, word means 32 bits and 4 bytes. Means you can say ARM is a 32-bit processor. Double word means 64-bit or 8 bytes. Most ARMs implement 2 instruction sets. One is 32-bit ARM instruction set and another one is 16-bit thumb instruction set. The latest ARM cores introduce a new instruction set, that is Thumb2, which provides a mixture of 32-bit and 16-bit instructions. It maintains code density with increased flexibility. Jaeger DVX cores can also execute Java bytecode. ARM7 TDMI. TDMI stands for T means thumb instruction set. It is capable of executing thumb instruction set. D stands for debugging. Means the featuring with IEEE standard boundary scan debugging interface. M stands for multiplier and accumulate unit. This is used for DSP applications. I stands for in-circuit emulator. It supports embedded in-circuit emulator. There are 3 pipelining stages, that is instruction fetch, decode and execution. Now come to the features. The ARM is a 32-bit RISC processor capable of executing 16-bit instructions, and it uses von Neumann architecture. It has high-density code. The thumb-set 16-bit instruction length allows it to approach about 65% of standard ARM code size while retaining ARM 32-bit processor performance. It has smaller in die size, means about 72,000 transistors used. It occupies only about 4.8 mm square and 0.6 micrometer semiconductor technology. It has low power consumption. It can dissipate about 2 milliwatt per megahertz with 0.6 micrometer technology. In memory access, the data can be accessed as 8-bit, 16-bit and 32-bit. It can interface to SRAM, DRAM and ROM. It has 4 basic type of memory cycles, that is idle cycle, non-sequential cycle, sequential cycle, coprocessor register cycles. ARM is a 32-bit RISC processor. It has 4 major design rules. First one is instructions, reduced set instructions used, single cycle and fixed length. Second is the pipeline. It can decode in one stage. There is no need of microcode. Registers used are a large set of 32-bit general purpose registers used, and it uses load and store architecture. The data processing instructions apply to registers only, load or store to transfer data from memory. It results in simple design and fast clock rate. The distinction blurs because CISC implements RISC concepts. Next come to the ARM architecture. Here you can see the ARM architecture. The main functional blocks are instruction decoder, sign extend, register files. It consists of 16 32-bit registers, that is R0 to R15, barrel shifter, a multiply accumulate unit, arithmetic logic unit, address register and incrementer. Now I will discuss each block's function. The instruction decoder translates instructions before they are executed. Now in the diagram here you can see the data bus is connected to the instruction decoder. So the data will come to the instruction decoder for decoding purpose. It uses the load and store architecture, means it has 2 instruction types for transferring data in and out of the processor. The data items are placed in a register file, a storage bank made up of 32-bit registers. Before coming to the register file, the sign extent is there. This hardware converts signed 8-bit and 16-bit numbers to 32-bit values. The ARM instruction typically have 2 source registers, Rn and Rm, and a single result or destination register, that is Rd. The source operands are read from the register file using the internal bus A and B respectively. The ALU or MAC unit takes the register values Rn and Rm from the A and B buses and computes the result. The data processing instructions write the result in Rd directly to the result file. To the register file. Load and store instructions use the ALU to generate an address to be held in the address register and broadcast on the address bus. So here you see the ALU is going to perform the result is going to be added to the register file again, and the address is going to be stored in the address register, which is going to be written on the address bus. The register Rm can be processed in the barrel shifter before it enters the ALU. Here barrel shifter is used. The function of barrel shifter is before operation of ALU, it is going to do the shifting operation. Generally, before ARM processor, all other processors are supposed to do the shifting operation in ALU itself, but here another barrel shifter is used externally to do the shifting operation before enters into the ALU. After passing through the functional units, the result in Rd is written back to the register file using the result bus. For load and store instructions, the incrementer updates the address register before the course reads or writes the next register value from or to the next sequential memory location. The processor continues executing instructions until an exception or interrupt changes the normal execution flow. This is all about the architecture of ARM processor. In the next video, we will discuss about different registers used in the concept of pipelining used in ARM processor. Thank you.